second place. Barely behind you.
Dang it.
Hey. Oh, nicely done, Connor! That's a nice shot. That's red.
Connor! Come on.
That is a beautiful shot. Watch the video.
I don't know where it went.
It was a perfect.
That was really good. Dang! You still gotta hit one, bro. What the heck?
I know what you're saying. Lester, I come here for the animals. All I'm seeing is y'all playing top golf. And now you're talking about ancient riverbeds. Guys, here's animals. You want animals? There you go. There's your animals, okay? You want animals? Now you got them. There's your animals. Here's your donkeys and goats. What else you want from me? What else you want from me? Screaming. So we've not come by here in a bit, but I want to show you all what they've done. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really like it. This is that 2,000 acre property that they come by and did all this fencing on, and you know it goes forever that way. And then they have several of these spots over here where they're going to have eventual gates. They have their high fence all put up, and it goes forever that way. I think that they did a wonderful job on their fencing. This is some really nice fencing. Beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and say it's at least 8 foot tall. Plus they have a strand of barbed wire along the top of that. I guess keep people from trying to climb over for some reason or whatever. But I'm going to tell you something, and you don't have to agree with me, or you may want to. I really do think that the high fence kind of defaced the entire property. I mean, I'm guessing they had to have a high fence for whatever they're gonna keep in this place. Deer, antelope, whatever. You know, you can have all kinds of exotics if you have a license. And there's all kinds of deer you can have without having a license. But I personally just think that it was so beautiful when they first come and cleared some stuff out and made the right of way. And I think now that they've put the high fence, I just don't think it's near as pretty as what it was before. And like I said, I understand you may need the high fence for whatever you're going to plan on keeping inside of there. But I'll tell you what, it has really, in my opinion, devalued the look of the property. Maybe not the cost or the price of the property. And I know the fella had to spend an arm and a leg to have that kind of a high fence wrapped around 2,000 acres. I can't even imagine. I want to try to show you something, a feature of that property that I would not want to have on my place. Now, I don't think you can see it from here, but this is still part of that property where they have not fenced it. Guys, there is the deepest drop off. You can't see it. I know you can't see it. This is the deepest drop off of a gorge. I can't tell you how deep that thing is. And this time of year, you can't see much, but you can have a little bit better idea back through here if you look. There's no one behind me. I'm watching. There are actual, let me just pull over here. Guys, I'm going to pull over here and show you this drop off, this gorge. You're not going to believe this. Just give me 1 second. So the fella may in fact run deer or cow. I don't know what he's going to run out of here, to be honest. But look at this drop. Do you guys not see this? Here's the markers of his property line. So his property line is going to run right along the edge here. I don't want to cave off in this darn thing, but I want y'all to look at how deep that gorge drops down in there. Can you imagine? Guys, I kid you not. Look, I wish I were better at trying to estimate things, but I'm saying that's at least 100-foot drop off. That's at least 100-foot drop off. And I don't know how he plans on keeping his animals out. I know that you can't see as well with the camera view, but that is a hell of a drop off. And it scares me because it runs right along this road. I'm glad they have this guardrail here. There's not a bridge. There's no bridge here. You may think, oh, well, there's a bridge right here. No, there's no bridge. They have this guardrail because that drop off is so steep. Seriously, they have this guardrail right here because they know that if someone was to come by here and run off this road, they would drop down and that no one would find them. No one would find them. I'm going to walk along over here and show you another angle. I don't know why I'm doing this. You could probably care less. Seriously. You could probably care less. But no, just one of the features, if you want to call it a feature, of this 2,000-acre ranch is this horrible drop off. And the reason I know it exists is because during the fall, when all of this foliage dies out of here and you can see better. Guys, now if I told you that over there was about 100-foot drop off, I swear on the Holy Bible, God hears me, I bet you this over here is at least 200 foot of a drop off. And you all know that we have that drop off there at Longhorn Lester's, but even our drop off goes down at an angle. This here goes straight down. And I mean, it is a massive drop. And like I said, this is not a bridge. The drop off does not continue. The ravine or the canyon or whatever you guys would call this. And I'm sure that you guys who live around Kentucky and maybe other states, you see stuff like this all the time. We don't. I don't know. I tell Jamie all the time, I don't know what would have formed this. Like, how could this thing have even formed? What would have happened in history? Like, what could have happened? What act of Mother Nature could have happened in history to have this thing have formed? I hear a truck or a tractor back in them woods. But no, they have this guardrail here because they know that if anyone ever gets over too far and runs off in that thing, they are a goner. Seriously, they're a goner. I can't find a better way to show it to you, friends. I'm so sorry. But like I said, you guys who live in states that have these deep drop-offs, this is nothing to you. But here's my question. How could this have formed? How could this, you have all this flat land. And I kid you not, it is beautiful. It's nice and flat. There's homes over here. There's farms and barns and animals that graze. But you cross this road and over here, you have this massive drop-off. So if you're going to say it forms from moving water, but there's no moving water here. There's no rushing water here. You can see that the drop-off at Longhorn Lester's formed because the river's right there. But the river's not here. We're miles away from the river. Yet you have this massive drop-off. So, I don't know, and you know, it just intrigues me. It just intrigues me. And I like talking about it. Let me look over the edge here and just see what's down there. Now, look. I can just zoom in. There's no running water here, guys. There's no water down there, none. But it is just one hell of a drop-off. So, okay, just a little something to provoke thought. We call them story starters. Something to kind of get your minds to thinking. So here's my question for you. What could have caused that? What could have created a 200-foot canyon right here amongst beautiful farming property, which tells you that winds its way along through here, yet there's no running water there now.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna try to go to my navigation and pull up a map. Okay, look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Here's where I'm setting. I've not moved. There's that gorge right there. Look. Are y'all seeing this? Let me zoom in. There ain't no river here. The river is way over there. Look. There's the river. Looky. Y'all seeing this? So the river is still, I don't know. I don't know. But it's just intriguing. Huh. I just wanted to put into reference that we're actually close to the river right here, which is still a ways off. So it would be one thing to know that that gorge runs along through here somewhere when you're closer to the river. So I don't know. I think that for that body of water from here to at some point come all the way over to there, that just intrigues me. How did it shift? How did it change? What would have happened to have made it shift? Like, what type of natural something or another could have happened to where an entire huge channel of water completely changed course? Because you've all seen how wide the river is behind the house, and there just doesn't seem possible that something could have changed that. But it has to be. It has to be the channel of that river, but from years and years and years ago. I know what you're saying. Lester, I come here for the animals. All I'm seeing is y'all playing top golf, and now you're talking about ancient riverbeds. Guys, here's animals. You want animals? There you go. There's your animals, okay? You want animals? Now you got them. There's your animals. Here's your donkeys and goats. What else you want from me? What else you want from me? Screaming at me. Screaming at me. I'm playing. Once I start laughing, it's over. Once I get the giggles, it's over. Hey, guys. Daddy's home. No comment. No one even cares. No one even cares. This has my name on it, and no one even cares that the guy... Oh, Lord. Hey, Lenny. Hey, Mr. Lenny. Hi, buddy. Hey, guys. Here's Talus, our herd leader, talking to goats. Why are you over here talking to goats? Roxy, Laverne, have y'all all made friends with Mr. Tallyman? Okay, that's fine, Talus. I ain't gonna pick and choose your friends. You don't pick and choose mine. Hey, Shirley Bird. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Brady, you big galoot. Now we're gonna see if we can spot Ringo and see where he's at. There's my Mr. Guy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Mr. Ring Rings. Looking good, Ringers. I see Carl's up and about. Hey, do y'all want to drive down and look at those ostrich eggs? Oh, no, I can't. Because we have a trailer hooked up to the back of the side-by-side. And I sure ain't going to walk over there. There's no way in the world you're going to catch me walking over there. But wouldn't it be neat to see Carl has babies following him around? Let's just go look real fast. Before I let you go, we're going to walk over and see if maybe Carl has any babies following him around. Guys, these are the long, hot days of summer. I want to show you real fast what some of our worries are, some of our concerns. Isn't that cute? I'm not mowing the grass right now. I stopped mowing because, as you can see, we've not had any significant rainfall in a bit, not at this property, and all of our grass is starting to dry. we're starting to have these big bald spots or these brown spots all over the hill. And whenever your grass starts dying out like that, you really shouldn't keep mowing it, because what you're going to risk is killing the roots. And then I know a lot of folks would suggest that we go ahead and start watering your grass. But guys, a lot of people out in the country don't water their yards because your yards are just way too big to water. There's no way to adequately water all of this. We have to water some things, obviously. So you water what you have to, but you just can't go around watering everything. And we do not have a setup for irrigation on our pastures. So I know that you don't want to hear this. And I'm going to tell you right now that Jamie sure doesn't want to talk about it. But we have already we've been forced to start having conversations about moving the horses back over sooner rather than later. Hey, Carl. And now listen to me. I'm not saying we're moving the horses back. Don't go over there with all that fake news. Don't do that to yourself. Don't go over there with all of the fake news, because there is absolutely no intentions of moving the horses back today or this week or even next week. But allow me to zoom in for you right quick. And you can see for yourself that our grass is starting to die back. Guys, it is the long, hot days of summer. And even though we have some grass that's still nice and green and growing, you can even see the brown patches over there. And so as you circle around the pasture and you start looking, and you see the good grass is just, sparsely divided here and there. You got good grass. And so what we're noticing is that our horses are eating a lot more hay, and they're also going through their grains, because we know that they're not getting adequate grass. So we're blessed in the fact that we have another place for them if we have to make that move. But that is all Jamie's content, and that will be on Jamie's timeline, and it'll be her decision. And then I'm going to remind you of one last thing. There are tons of people who dry lot their horses who have access to no grass, zero grass. If Carl would leave me alone, I would show you real fast. Well, I'll try to get some Google pictures. But listen, there are people who run horses in pastures like this. They just have to make sure to provide hay, grain, and whatever else your horses may need to survive in those times. No, Carl, not now, buddy. Not now. He's like, hey, if I'm not going to eat, I'm going to kill. I could just kill for a bite to eat. Literally. Guys, Carl's going to kill for a bite to eat. So let me go grab him his lunch. Okay, we're going to grab Carl's lunch so he can get back to his eggs. Okay? So, no, I am not saying that it's time to move horses back to the JL. I'm not. But I am telling you that we're at a point in the summer, and you can see it for yourself. It doesn't take rocket science to realize that your grass in your yard, the grass out in your pastures is starting to look kind of shady, kind of shabby. It still grows in some spots that get more shade, but no spots that get direct sunlight. It's starting to die back, and die back fast. And so we are having to start considering a timeline. There's another example over there. And I don't know. Hush it up while I'm making a serious video, please. And then this is why I can't take the side-by-side out to look at eggs, because we have it loaded down with things that we're going... Oh. Terrence? Please? Sir? Could I finish my video before you start? Lord. Well, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to head over and get Carl a bite to eat, and then go find something for myself. Guys, I want to remind you again, do not be the name associated with starting those fake rumors that we're moving horses back. Because like I said, we've all known that they would make that move in the fall and winter anyways. we did not know we may have to end up moving before the end of summer. And if we don't get some significant rainfall around here, we may have to give the horses what they need. Hey, Pee-Pat. Hi, sweetie. Don't y'all just love her? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget your exit ticket, y'all. Make sure that in the comments you put something you want to talk about, you want to ask about, something that you had an aha moment, a shocker, a good laugh, okay? Terrence, I need to... Boy. Thank y'all for watching. We love you, so blessed to have you. And we will catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.